Okay, there we go. Chapter 44. We're still not to the reunion, but we're getting close. Joseph planned to torture his brothers a little longer, wallow in his power. So their bags were all stuffed with food, and Benjie's also contained Joseph's silver goblet. And off they went. They were chased down. "You wicked, evil thieves, you are treated good and you steal Lord Joseph's divination goblet." "No way. If you find it, kill the one who stole it, make the rest of us slaves." "Nah, just one slave." So they find the goblet and they all return to Joseph. Verse 15. "Do you not know that a man like me practices divination?" "You are a sorcerer." "I'll keep the thief as a slave. The rest may go." Judah begged and pleaded to his lord, Overlord, But our dad will die of sorrow. He only loves him and his dead brother. I cannot go back to him without his youngest son from his wife whom he loved. The rest were only baby makers for him. Keep me as a slave. Let the boy go. I beg you, Lord, have mercy." Okay, Lord, have mercy is what people were always saying, because lords were always tyrants. And they were always ready to cut you down at the first sign of insubordination. That was our history. And in case anybody hadn't noticed, sorcery, although there isn't really any such thing, but people like to pretend there was, sorcery was a big part of religion, or our religious history. I mean, there's nothing really godly or religious about this whole thing. It is a story about one bunch of guys trying to beat another bunch of fuckers. And how this became holy is wholly beyond me. You know, it isn't really. I know how it became holy. A bunch of thieving liars propagated it as holy. I mean, do you people not know how to read? Anyway, so it's a cheap trick. Joseph has his magic goblet, well, because he's a sorcerer. Joseph the sorcerer, the dream interpreter, the looker. I mean, you have a goblet that you probably put your wine in and look at it, and then you can see things and stuff like that. That's your magic stuff. Magic. And they tell us magic is illegal for Christianity. Is it okay for Judaism? And hocus pocus, what the Christians do, they try to turn wine into blood. And did they truly convince? No, that can't be true. I mean, wine is wine. And if they say they turn it to blood, what they're saying is we're playing a fairy tale. Fairy tales. Yeah. Fairy tales. So actually, churches are like Disneyland. Synagogues and mosques. It's our old-fashioned. Disneyland is the new-fashioned. But Disneyland is a big step forward, because with Disneyland, it is okay for us to know that the stories are not true. But the biggest problem with that is that only part of our consciousness is knowing. A good part of our consciousness is subconsciousness, which is a little more undiscerning between what is real and what is not real. And that's what makes this sort of book a problem, is that if it's pushed at you the right way or the wrong way, you're going to be convinced that it's real, because your subconscious will eat it up. All this sorcery nonsense, evil becoming holy religion.